Hello movie maniacs, and welcome to the Game Dojo in the heart of Gamer Nation. I am your triumphant host, the Game Ninja, and welcome to 24K movies, TV shows, and video game reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's October. And October brings a host of horror movies and horrible movies. But we're here to review them all. We give everything a shot one time. You either lose us or you pull us into your world of intrigue, and we like you and commit you to our hard drive, and we have you forever. Digital storage greatness. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I want you to sit back and relax for the next few tracks as we give you our take. We are not bought, not paid for, and ladies and gentlemen, it's directly from us. No sponsor. If we like it, we tell you. If we don't like it, we tell you. If it's good, we tell you. If it's bad, we tell you. If it's a piece of shit, we tell you. If it's the greatest thing we've seen since sliced bread, which I don't know why they say that. I guess at one point in time, sliced bread was like the most amazing thing. But ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, while I enjoy sliced bread, I think sometimes movies can be a much fonder experience. So ladies and gentlemen, what do I bring to you today? I'm glad you asked, ladies and gentlemen. We checked out a vampire movie, and there are a few new movies on the market for vampires. Now I know what you're saying. Did it have sparkly skin? No, not that type of vampire movie. Sorry, my Twilight fans. Look, alright, let's talk about it. I am not a Twilight hater fan. My problem came with the last movie. You don't talk up a great big war, give us the war, and then pull it back like, psych, that never happened. It would be awesome if it happened, but psych, it never happened. Once you play your audience out like that, you lose me forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. And that's my problem. So even if I watch Twilight now, I watch everything up until the last movie, and then I'm like, nah, I'm done. And I've had this discussion with people all over the books. Now look, I don't like my vampires that have glitter skin when the sunlight hits them. I like it when they get toasty. Call me crazy. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I don't like my vampires, just pretty. I'm not saying David was ugly, but David from the Lost Boys, when he vamped out, he's not somebody you wanted to meet down a dark alley. He didn't look like he was looking to seduce you with a sleazy Euro trash accent either. He wasn't trying to seduce you. He was trying to bite into your neck meat and rip it open. Matter of fact, he bit into somebody's scalp, like the top of their scalp, dog, and ripped it off like it was a Pez dispenser. Matter of fact, that still sticks with me. The Lost Boys is an amazing movie. If you haven't seen The Lost Boys and you want to see a vampire movie, check out The Lost Boys. But we're talking today about the Radleys. The Radleys, something that you may have not heard of because they didn't do a big push for it. And I can see sort of why. Now, this movie I will unpack for you after we watch the trailer. The movie is a solid vampire movie, but it may not be for everyone. I will explain later after I unpack it. So let's tell you what, let's go check out the trailer, sit tight, and then I'll unpack it for you. All right? Sound good? Let's check out the Radleys.
That's it! Run, Rabbit, run!
Oh my god. I just thought we could get to know each other.
Oh, my little girl. Mommy and Daddy are here.
Could someone please tell me what the hell is going on?
You killed a boy at your school.
What have I done? I couldn't stop.
It's not your fault. It's compulsive.
You acted like what you are.
What is this?
It's a family disease. Your mother and I made a choice. We've wanted to live as normal a life as possible. Do the breathing thing.
Who are you calling?
You know I'm calling. Okay, you can help. So you're going to invite me in then? I invite you into my home. They didn't mention you had an uncle.
No, you murder people.
Only sometimes. You want our daughter to go to prison for the rest of her life?
Would it be possible for you to wait outside, sir?
No. Clara Radley knows absolutely nothing about that boy.
He's feeding my mind.
It's our secret, okay?
I enjoyed it.
You made him a pathetic slave to his appetite like you and me.
Well, they do say it's a family disease.
The Radleys aren't safe.
I have evidence. What evidence?
When he bit me, I lost all self-control.
Blushing.
No, no.
So sick.
Thank you.
The world's a feast of pleasures, ready for anyone who dares help themselves first.
Ready for the big reveal?
All right, and we're back. So that was the Radley's trailer. Now, at first, this is like one of those British movies, and I give all British movies, especially horror movies, a huge look. Mainly because I spent some time there, but Shaun of the Dead was one of the main reasons why I give Brit horror, Brit comedy, Brit genre another look. No matter anytime when I hear something, they have a way of doing horror, comedy, and just every movie genre a little bit edgy to the point that I get it. I mean, some of their humor can be a bit dry and a bit off-putting, but they get the premise of making movies. And sometimes America, unfortunately, they get so excited with the thrills and the explosions and everything that that's all they concentrate on, and they lose the plot. And as of recently, a lot of foreign movies have overtaken the American movies when it comes, like Train to Busan. Bro, show me another zombie movie in America since, well, let me see. Night of the Living Dead is always a classic. It's good, but I don't like the ending. That was kind of fucked up, bro. If you know, you know, then you know, you know. Dawn of the Dead, definitely, in my book, a better movie. I enjoyed it. People still did stupid things. Day of the Dead, Return of the Living Dead, all good movies. I didn't like the remakes too much. Well, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, the 2004 one, was really good, but I just think it was casting choices that made it bad. That whole Mekhi Phifer, Luna baby thing, we could have done without. That was no. City of the Dead, Diary of the Dead. Put it this way, let's say since 2000. Oh, when did it come? Well, no, I can't count. I can't count that one. Yeah, that sucked. Since the early 2000s. So since the early 2000s, there really haven't been too many great horror genre movies when it comes to the American side. And hey, if foreign imports are going to do it, then I will watch it. I understand a lot of languages, but I will watch it. I'm one of the few people that prefer English dub. I don't mind reading subtitles at all, but the people that I'm around sometimes, they're just, I hate subs. I always end up getting a dub version so that they can hear it, even though most of the time I understand the language. Makes sense? Sense? There you go. So the Radleys, when I first heard about it, I was just basically searching, because every once in a while I search for zombie movies, I was search for vampire movies, werewolf movies, which this December we got a werewolf movie coming up that might be worth checking out. We also got a zombie movie and a zombie TV series that's coming up that might be worth watching. Keep your ears out on that. I'll give you the lookout on that. Like I said, I'm always out there. Zombie genre is my definite number one, followed by vampires and werewolves and ghosts, and then the slasher genre. But the Radleys. So it's a basic family of vampires. The mother and the father know that they're vampires, but they decide to go mainstream. If you watch True Blood, you know what mainstream is. Means you just want to do blood alternatives. You don't want to live the life of a vampire, which you lose a lot of their traits, but you gain some different abilities. So this mother and the father wants to live the life of basically vegetarian vampires. So their children don't know they're vampires, and they didn't tell them until one night the daughter gets attacked in the woods, and the attacker tries to force himself on her, and her fangs come out, and she ends up killing him, and she calls them, and they come and basically let her know, okay, so here's what's going on. They bring your brother in the room. You guys are vampires. We're vampires. We've been living without the thirst and the lust for human blood, because it goes away after a while if you choose not to feed that form of it. And now the sister has tasted human blood. She's starting to get the powers that they speak of. And unfortunately, since the guy is a popular kid in a smaller town, the police are onto it. So the father calls his brother, who is not a mainstream vampire, to come down and help clean up the mess, which he does, but he also has bad habits because he's a regular vampire, and he basically, like a mushroom, takes the flavor of things he's around, and he basically is a bad example to the daughter, to the younger son, to the husband, and to the wife, to everybody. And basically everybody gets hooked on V again, and that's where the bodies start to drop, the crime ensues, but so does the fun and excitement. It is a vampire movie unlike I've ever seen before. I can honestly say that. I did like the way it was framed and done. I would prefer a little bit more, like maybe if this is one of the movies that could have served well as a TV series, because I like the world that they were building and I wanted a little bit more of it. There's definitely some more explanation about vampires and the abilities that they have. Having said that, the movie comes to a huge climax at the end, and the family is basically left with the choice now to give the choice of living as a vampire or as a mainstreamer. The children have the ability now to make a choice, which they choose to not be mainstreamers. They choose to be vampires because they like all the cool things and the powers that comes with it, which who wouldn't? You're a vampire, mind control, flight, fight, you're stronger. Like, I get the appeal. So the fact that you are a vampire is like, no, we won't do it. Not living as a vampire, not anymore. I'm going to get a regular job with regular things and live a regular life. I've got V8 juice. No. You're a vampire. You're a vampire. You're a vampire. So basically, like I said, with the police getting on their case, the uncle, the father's brother, steps in and basically seals up all the crime, except for a neighbor across the street who is 100% sure that the daughter killed the missing child in town. And he tries to get to the police, but the police have been mind controlled by the vampires, so he's laughed out of the station, literally. And the younger brother has a affinity for the neighbor's son, and he gets overthrown by lust and blood too much that he accidentally can't help himself and bites his friend, which he's in love with. And he almost dies because the kid thought he did kill him, but he didn't. But the uncle came in afterwards and couldn't resist at such a young meal, so he attacked and basically drank him of almost his last breath, the friend. And when the son finds out, his nephew, he attacks the uncle, and the uncle is super powerful because he's been drinking human blood for a long time. So they end up into a ginormous fight in the front of the house on the lawn, where the sister tells the dad that, you know, he's going to kill your son. And the dad comes out and he's fighting the brother, and all the secrets come out. The mother was with the brother first. I know. He bit her first. It's some twists and turns and lust up in this thing. And then the neighbor goes out and finds his son, and his son is dying, and he calls this place that knows about vampires, and they basically tell him, you got to find somebody to turn him or he's going to die. That's your only choices. So he drives across the street after the big fight ensues, and the good brother, which they paint it very easily, One has long hair, one is a wild child, one is corporate America. Like, you can clearly see the evil between the two. But the brother with long hair who came and has just basically been the problem of the entire thing, he gets staked and he gets killed. And they take care of the body. But as they're taking care of the body, here comes the neighbor in with his son. And he's like, you have to help him. You have to help him. He's going to die. He's going to die. And they basically take him out of the house. And the son ends up turning him, giving him his blood and turning him because he didn't want his best friend and somebody he loves to die. So he turns him. And then the movie basically comes to the ending culmination because now there's 3 young vampires. The older sister is just in her own way. There was a point at which you thought her and the neighbor was going to get together, but they quickly dissuade that. But she's coming into her own way. They don't really specify who she's into or what she's into. She's kind of a loner now. But the two other, the neighbor and the son, are definitely involved. And as you see them walking together, they drive the uncle's RV off the cliff after they got rid of the body. And I guess now that they're going to be in touch with who they are. And this is why I said I wish there was more. I wish there was more to the story because we could have gotten more. It's a great story and there's so much to it. I just wish we got a little bit more. But it was surprisingly good for what I wasn't expecting from a movie called The Radleys. Yeah, The Radleys. But it was actually really good. So what do we give it here in the Game Dojo on 24K Movies and Reviews? So let's take some off the table. Not copper, off the table. Not nickel, off the table. I would love to give it a double platinum, but can't. It's just not there. It's a little less. I can't give it a platinum because I've definitely seen more. I've definitely gone through more, but it was really good in its execution, and I like the dismount and the landing. Well done, sir. So we're going to say gold. We're going to get it 24K gold here in the Game Dojo. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Radleys, have you heard about it? Did you hear about it? Do you even know that exists? Well, I'm telling you, it does exist. The Radleys, 2024 vampire movie. You'll see a lot of familiar faces if you're into British TV shows and movies. There's a lot of faces in it where you're like, hey, I know him from Snatch, or I know him from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Oh, I know them from that show. I know them from hey, isn't that the dude for... Yeah, you get a lot of that in here. So the movie was great. I would have preferred it as a TV series because I wanted more from this universe. But always leave them wanting more is the actual... That's the actual point of a movie, right? So if they did another endeavor, I would definitely watch another endeavor from the Radleys. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say go out, stream the Radleys, and watch. So if you're having parties, if you're chilling in this October and you're looking for something spooky to watch, the Radleys is right along that line. It does go there violence-wise, it does go there horror-wise, but it also tips the toe in the line of comedy, romance, intrigue, and just a little bit of edginess. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 24 karat gold for the Radleys 2024. Check it out, stream it, download it, get it. If you can find it on DVD, I don't even know if they exist anymore since everything is going and physical media is going the way of the dinosaurs. Get it on DVD. But that's our time, ladies and gentlemen. I will check you guys out next time. Thank you for joining me here at 24K Movies, TV shows, reviews. I will see you next time, next endeavor. It's always something to watch. No, there's not. Which is why we do this, to tell you if something is good. So ladies and gentlemen, check you out next time.